Okay, this is Chaos and Chill, but instead of having my husband here, it's just me. Hi, I'm Beka. I own Advancing Aiden with my husband, and this is Chaos and Chill, our podcast. Normally, I have a cute little intro where I say I bring the chaos and he brings the chill, but he's not here with me right now. And so that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to have to tilt this down so I remember to talk to the camera. Just a lot has changed, and I wanted to come and talk with you guys. And we have a lot of orders from the event that we went to this last weekend, and so my husband is packing orders, and so you're getting this little installment instead.
Huh?
Can you take my tea? And you want to come say hi to everybody? I told him you were packing orders, and so I'm going to fill everybody in.
I'm getting the kids settled as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the least of the new things is my new design, which I'm kind of obsessed with it. This was my oopsie cup, so I'm keeping it. And it says booked, busy, and unbothered. And like, can we just get some noise for the mug? This was the oopsie cup, and it looks this good. Where to start? I don't really know. This is why I normally have Nick with me. I guess the beginning is a really good place to start. But in light of like just things I've learned, and this isn't directed at any one person, it's not even really directed at any one situation, but I was talking with my friend Megan, and what she said to me, and it rang so damn true, was it shouldn't be this painful and this hard to be part of a community. And thinking back over like the last year since we've opened the store, because hey, it's been a year. We opened the store a year ago on June 3rd, and you know, we've done really well. And there's been ups and downs. Not everything is always going to be 100% a win. I'm really proud of a lot of the things that we've done, and I'm not so proud of some of the other things that we've done or taken a part of. And you know what? That's okay. That's part of owning a business. That's part of growing and learning. But one of the things I did want to talk with you about, and I'm probably going to bring Nick in because I'm probably going to cry. So I know I said I wasn't going to get him, but maybe I will. Also, like, I'm going to show you guys the iPad really quick because this last weekend was very challenging. It was another event that I had gone to. I went to the Cupping and Crafting event hosted by Telebox. And Nicole, KK Customs, I think is what her business name is. I'm really bad at that. But I made this design while I was there. One of the ladies that I got to meet her name is Sierra, and she did a class on pens. And my goodness, I love Sierra. She was adorable. And I was talking with her, and for whatever reason, I said, I might be Dyin, but I'm Tryin. And I made this design. And it was just so funny. I stood there literally next to her in the middle of the convention and whipped this up. And I'm definitely going to make this into a cup that's going to get upgraded and whatnot. But like, oh, and I also have this other booked, busy, and unbothered design. Like, it's super cute. Here, I'm going to make some space for Nick to come in and join me real fast. It really started back in probably October or November, if I was being honest. I started having health problems and I started losing a lot of weight. And then in April, I collapsed right after work one day and wound up having to go to the emergency room. And I finally went, okay, something's not right. We really need to get this taken care of. Started getting some testing done. And then we told my family in the middle of May.
Yeah.
Turns out I am in early stage kidney failure. And it was really hard to talk about. I still don't really know what to say about it. I had some really unkind things said. I had people tell me that it was my fault because I have an eating disorder. I had people tell me that I was lying. I had people just talking about it. And I'm a really private person. I think we both are.
Try to be.
And I think looking back over the last year, if there was anything I say that I could say that I regret, it's that I regret not realizing there was something wrong with me sooner. I would push myself so hard, and I could push past all of this, but it seems like the minute I found out that there's actually something wrong with me, I can't keep doing that. It's been happening at work, it's been happening at home, it's been happening with friends,
Well, that's been who you are for the longest time. Something happens and you just truck on without regard for yourself. and everything usually ends up okay.
Except it's not. And there's not like, so as you're going to start seeing a shift in content. You're going to start seeing, first you're going to see a shift in content because we're doing something I love. I know I mentioned it on the podcast before, but we made new product. And while Nick is sitting here, I have to show you because I can't even begin to hold it all because this isn't even everything. I have these things. I made these Post-its. Like, look at how cute these are. And then we have highlighters. I have highlighters. I didn't make myself.
Show them all, but I'm going to show them all.
This isn't even everything. I have my gel pens are probably my favorite, and the dry erase markers, and the planners because like this one's my favorite. I use it at work all the time, the brain dump one. And then I have this one which I love, which is the things to do desk pad, which like I can't even, like, you guys have to see it. I'm going to make cute little videos of all of them because I am going to fill them out. And then, like, I made laminated planners, guys. I like my laminated planners. And these are only a few of them. Like, I brought 5 of them in, but I have 34 laminated planners designed, and I have a total of like 47 individuals planners designed, but not necessarily produced. I have a podcast planner that I'm working on.
Yet.
They're not produced yet.
Yeah.
But then this one is also one of my very, 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 very favorites. This one right here. So this is my sales goals and analytic tracker, and I'm super excited. Which way am I going? This way. To show you guys the details on this. This is, I'm going to get into it in a minute. Anyway, all of that to say, like, I designed all of that. Nick helped me source a lot. He really did a lot of research on the gel pens and the highlighters and the dry erase markers, which I'm going to talk about. And yes, like, I'm so excited. Look at how cute that packaging is. Like, can we please appreciate the packaging? It's just so darn cute, you guys. It's just so darn cute. And you've already seen the glitter wall. And then, I put together a class. Building blocks for business for the event. Oh, and I forgot the Post-its. We have Post-its, you guys. I didn't even bring... Well, I know, but I didn't talk about them. This is probably my favorite. Let me show it to you not upside down. Like...
There it goes.
It's so cute. Like, it's so cute, you guys. My rings are falling around. And then I also have these... I made this one for my coworker. It's like, you're weird. But here we go. Also, my nails are cute. Anyway, so my health problems have been kind of scary.
Yeah.
We don't have answers, so I don't talk about it a lot. Okay, you can go now. I can finish the rest of it on my own. Thanks.
Sure.
Yeah. I love you. Thanks. Looking at all of this, the thing that I can say that I wish more than anything, and yeah, I'm fidgety. Like, that's Nick got me a chair that spins for the podcast so that I can kind of spin and fidget, which is really, really nice. I don't regret a single friend that I've made. I don't regret that I went to the thing in Tulsa. I don't regret for a heartbeat going to Cuppin' and Craft, and I met some really sweet ladies. I finally got to meet Katie, and I got to meet her, and I was so excited. I gave her a massive hug. I got to see Jill, and if I'm not gonna remember everybody that I met because because I went to the emergency room, and let me tell you, there was just something about making the decision to go home a day early and not even go back to the event that was so hard for me to make. And here's the thing. It's so isolating. Megan was there. My best friend Megan. I was so happy to have Megan up here. She went to the event with me because Nick and the kids couldn't go. And I got to meet Whitney from Dare to Sparkle. If you haven't checked out Dare to Sparkle, I'll link it in the comments or in the show notes. But Dare to Sparkle, Whitney was in my mentorship program. And let me tell you a little bit about Whitney. And this is important because I'm going to explain one more thing. And I'm going to just leave my glasses off because I'm going to keep crying, and I hate crying in my glasses. So Whitney sent me a message like a year ago, a little more than a year ago, and she filled out my thing to be in my mentorship program. Now, I have what's called Advancing You, which is my mentorship program. Now, I love to teach, and I talk about this when I did my mentorship class, or when I did my Building Blocks for Business course class at the conference. But Whitney's put in a message, and she sent me a message, and I still remember, she's like, I understand if you don't want to work with me because I'm another glitter company. Let me tell you, I grew more mentoring Whitney than I have anyone else because we owned the same business. And I got to meet Whitney for the very first time in real life this weekend. And let me tell you, this community is such an interesting and unique place to be. Because people knew that I was in the emergency room. But Whitney was the one who supported Megan and I the most. Megan let her know kind of like in the middle of the night that we were going to pack up our stuff. And Whitney's first response was, do you need help? And Whitney's just like the sweetest thing. And I'm so glad that I decided to mentor her no matter what she sells. And I got distracted because I didn't take my Adderall this afternoon. Because I'm filming this at 5:44 p.m. On a Thursday. And then I'm going to post it hopefully by 8. That ain't going to happen. That is not going to happen. It's going to drop tomorrow at 8 p.m. I already know that. Because I said this was going to be short, and I bet it's going to be like 40 minutes long. But I'm going to do my best. When I do mentorship, I have a very specific mentorship philosophy. There's one-on-one mentorship, and then there's more like group networking, teaching. And that's where my super new thing. So I have Advancing You as my one-on-one mentorship, and then I have Advancing Us, which is my new thing that is launching on July 1st. And under the banner together, it's called Advancing Together. And when I opened Advancing Aiden, the whole point was that I wanted to teach people. That's why I did the planners. It's why I'm doing all of this, because this is what I wanted to do. This is what I have always loved to do, and it's the reason why I haven't left this stupid, dramatic, chaotic, unkind, amazing, giving, compassionate, empathetic community, because this community makes me so crazy. It makes me so crazy. It makes me so crazy. And more than one thing can be true at once. In my heart of hearts, I'm struggling after the event for many reasons. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm just going to keep doing what I want to do, which is make a shit ton of planners, and I'm a absolute hoe for office supplies, you guys. I'm gonna do office supplies. I love office supplies. I like glitter. I like my snow globes. So drinkware fits in the office realm. Like, I don't know about you, but I use all kinds of cups at work. So to me, it all kind of fits together, and I finally feel like I fit in my own business, and I know Nick feels the same way. So we are doing Advancing You, which I don't really promote my mentorship program, but I am on the podcast, Advancing You. So when you do the mentorship, you go through the handbook with me in your meet and greet. I explain all of kind of the expectations, and there's a couple things. So we meet twice a month. We set very specific goals. And when I talk about setting goals, I mean we set measurable, attainable goals. You have homework. You have things you're supposed to do. You have papers you're supposed to work through. We have brand strategy, brand voice, brand this, brand that. We have all kinds of things that we can work through based on what each individual person needs in that moment. And I love to do that. I love to see you guys succeed. I love to see you guys do better. I love all of that. That's Advancing You. So we meet twice a month for an hour. I email once a week. And of course we can email way more than that. But in my thing, I have like some very specific boundaries. Like, we are not friends. While I am in a mentorship connection with you, we are not friends, because I have to say things that you guys might not like. Like, I have to talk to you about business boundaries, and I have to talk to you about patent law, and I have to talk to you about copyright, and I have to talk to you about all of those things. In my contract, for my mentorship contract, there's even a clause in there, and people can attest to it. You get to hang up on me because I know that I'm going to say things that's going to frustrate you. And here's the thing. When you're in this relationship, my commitment to you is that I will always say, I will always put your best interest as a business at the forefront of everything that I do. And that's just sometimes really difficult to do, especially for me when I struggle with boundaries, having ADHD and PTSD. Like, for me, this is what works really well for me, and it really works well for my mentees. And so, like, when we're in a one-on-one mentorship relationship, we're not friends on Facebook. Like, that doesn't mean that we can't talk, because that's not what it is. Because I want to I want to get to know you, I want to know you, and I want you to know me. But that means that we are not friends. You're not friends with me on Facebook. You don't get my personal cell phone number. We call during our scheduled times. We stay within the criteria and boundaries of this. And alongside all of that, we work inside there's a couple different options for project management software. I teach you how to use it so that then you can hopefully use it for your business to help you stay on track. If you're someone who doesn't like to do digital, then we work really hard to come up with a analog or tactile or however you want to call it system that works for you. So while I was resting and taking care of myself and relaunching all of, or not relaunching, but designing and putting all of this stuff together, I really wanted a way that I could widen the conversation and make some of this available, which is where Advancing Us kind of exploded from. And that's why we have Advancing Together, which is that's what we have for both the mentorship and this like mentorship development group. And this mentorship development group is brand new, and it was super funny. Someone asked at the conference, and I felt so bad. They're like, well, how many people are in this group? I was like, 1, it's just me. Technically, it's 2 because it's Megan. Every month in the Advancing Us group, you get a 30-minute recorded class with me, and that comes out in the first half of the month. And then in the second half of the month, I do a live, and you get an hour-long live with me. And every single week, I already have the first 3 months planned out. You have a weekly challenge, and you have like a weekly homework thing. Normally, the challenge is something about social media or a goal you're trying to do or a habit you're supposed to do, or maybe it's something that you've put off, like filing your business or whatever it is. There's lots of different things that we're going to work through. And then it's also like we want to hear from you guys. So when you do this, and you're in this group, I want you guys to be involved with each other. And they're like, but how many people are in it? Well, it's just me. I haven't even opened it yet. So if you're interested in that, I'd love to tell you more about it. But this all came out of Whitney, because Whitney was like, I wish I could meet more people. And one of the things, this is all a really weird way to say this, but one of the things that I really need as a business owner is a place where I go to talk to people as just a business owner. That I'm not trying to be your friend, that I'm not trying to be a mom, and I'm not trying to be a sister, and I'm not trying to be a coworker, and I'm not trying to be an employee. Where I'm just there, and the whole intent is just to be business owners. This is this space. You come in this space, you get to talk to each other as business owners. This is where your advice can come from. This is where you can network with other business owners. I have such big dreams for this group. And so it's on my website under Advancing Together. You can see it or not. I don't really care. But what happens is you have to fill out this little form. For Advancing Together, it's $19.99 a month. And we have all of that. There's more information on the website. And then for Advancing Us, I will tell you that I have bartered my costs. I have not charged people. I have scholarship people as a mentorship, because at the heart of hearts, I want to teach people. I want to help you guys grow. And that's really where it came from. And so I kept saying, I want to do these things. And Nick was like, well, then just do them. And I was like, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid for 1,030,000 reasons. But at the end of the day, I was like, I'm afraid that people are going to use me. I'm afraid that I'm going to say all of this and you're going to be like, this bitch has no damn, what's the word I'm looking for? This is why I need to take my Adderall. Oh, credentials. That's the word I was looking for. I don't have any credentials. You know, there's so many things that people could say. But because, one, that's what it's like having ADHD. That is rejection sensitivity dysphoria. That is imposter syndrome. That's just the way my brain functions. And the sad thing is people can take advantage of that. And I think I get smarter, but I don't. And so one of the things that I have learned to wrap this all together, so with my health problems, I was talking with my doctor, and she was telling me, you're 32 years old, you're in early stages of kidney failure. What you need to do right now, no one else can do for you. And people ask me, they're like, well, what can I do for you? How can I help you? And I don't have an answer. And my doctor told me, she's like, no one else can do this. You have to do this. No one else can do this for you. No one else can prioritize your health. No one else can make you sleep. No one else can make you rest. No one else could do this. It feels really wrong as a business owner. It feels really wrong as a mom. Let me tell you, the mom guilt. I was on the phone with my mom talking about it earlier today. I feel like I'm not a good mom. I come home from work some days. Like, today is a good day. Yesterday, I went to work. So today's Thursday. So on Saturday is when I went to the hospital. We got home on Sunday. I slept almost all day on Sunday. I don't think I ate on Sunday at all. Monday and Tuesday I was off. I was supposed to go back to work on Tuesday, but I couldn't because of how sick I was. And so yesterday was my first day back at work. And let me tell you, I came home from work and I laid down on the couch. And I just didn't want to talk. I didn't want to speak. I didn't want to do anything. I fell asleep on the couch. And I feel like such a bad mom because I don't want to talk to my kids. I don't want to eat dinner. I don't want to do anything. And there's days where that's how I feel. And then there's days where I'm like, okay, I can come to the store. I can do this. And I told Nick, I was like, I don't have it in me to do a podcast with you. And he's like, that's okay. And he's been making a lot more content. And he's been helping a lot. And it's like, it's okay. And then I have situations where what I can offer isn't enough. And that's really hard because it feels so wrong. But I know it's not. And so it's like, okay, this is where you learn boundaries and this is where you learn safety. It's like, I'm 32 years old. You would think I know how to do this by now, but I don't. I really, really don't. So I guess what this podcast is for is like, perfection isn't possible. And I might be dying, but I'm trying. I'm really excited about the business stuff. And I'm really excited to film some content because as soon as I finish this, I'm going to film a YouTube short. And I'm going to be filling out my sales goals. So I'm going to fill out my laminated planner. I'm going to fill this one out for July. No, I lied. I'm going to fill this one out for June. Because we still have a couple more days. And I'm going to fill out everything that we have so far. And I apologize. And I'm going to fill out the current state. And I'm going to talk you guys through what these mean. And so that's the other content I'm going to make. And then I was gonna show you guys some of this. But I kind of got distracted. These ones are probably my favorite. My gel pens are probably my favorite. I might do some more content with that. But I love that one. And then this desk pad's probably one of my favorites too. And so this is my things to do desk pad. And I use this one at work. And this one has my top priorities. And then it has how do you feel today? And then it has my time and tasks because this is really important. And then it has my little notes because I use this all the time during meetings. And then it has my do it soon and do it tomorrow. And then this part right here is probably my favorite. I have one at the store and I have one at my work. And I'm going to hold this one right here really quick. And what I did on here was like I try to get bingo, even though it's like not the right... I don't know how to make a bingo board, okay, you guys, first of all. But, like, also, I'm sorry. So it's not like a proper bingo board, but, like, post about this month's featured item. Because some of these things I can do, like, on my lunch break or things. And I have, like, phone-free power hour. That's something that's really important to me at work. Like, I block my calendar. I turn everything to Do Not Disturb. I turn all my notifications off because I have two phones. I have a work phone and I have my regular phone. And then I have, like... work on one new skill for myself. Make time for exercise. That's so important for me at my day job because like I get up and I go for a walk. Because if I just sit at my desk, I could sit there for 8 hours and like, which in fact today I have had 3 active minutes. Tidy my workspace. I actually like drink some water. Some of these I can't do while I'm at work, like go to bed earlier. But I take this with me and I bring it home and I fill it out and it's really helpful. And I take them with me when I go meet with my therapist. And so she really likes them because she looks through it with me and it's really easy to tell like where I'm at. But the one that I'm designing right now is one for someone who's chronically ill. And I have All of these are also coming to digital. I just haven't gotten them on the website. So I have that one coming too. So all of this to say, like, I'm dying, but I'm trying, you guys. I'm really hopeful that we're going to be able to do podcasts once a month. That's my big goal, because I'm going to be filming a 30-minute class every month. And then I'm going to be live in my group once a month. And then Nick and I have made the commitment that we're bringing Gremlin Games back, and he wants to do Gremlin Games once a month. And we're debating on if we're going to bring Gremlin Games back to TikTok or if we're going to bring them back to Facebook. And if you're not familiar with Gremlin Games, it's where you buy a ticket, he reaches in and he pulls things out, and you never know what he's going to give you. It's a lot more, in my opinion, it's a lot more fun because we can do a lower price point with the items that we have. And you get a little bit more bang for your buck because of how we've switched up the products and whatnot. And then the one thing I do genuinely, truly love is I love to do snow globes, and I love to mix glitter. And so I think what I'm going to do is once a month is we're going to do, we're going to have a glitter gremlin live. And what we're going to do is we're going to sell like the gremlin mixes. And so you can get a ticket and I will mix it. You get what you get and you don't complain. We're not going to do magic mixes. Came off the website because that was just really difficult for me to keep up with. All of my custom snow globes came off the website. And then the one thing that I do want to do in that live, so we're going to have a certain number of tickets where we're going to have the glitter gremlin mixes that you can purchase. And then we're going to have the snow globes. And I think what I'm going to do is one person who orders the TikTok, or I'm sorry, the glitter gremlin mixes, I'm going to make 2 snow globes. I'm going to have some of them already ready to go. I'm going to have part of it. I'm going to have one already ready to go, and I'm going to make the other one live on that live. And so one person who's just in the live is going to be eligible to win the 16 ounce. And then one person who ordered the glitter is going to get the other 16 ounce cup. And that's because I just love to make them. I don't want to make them to sell them. I want you guys to use them. I love to make them, but then the snow globe that I make in that live is going to be the gremlin kits. So we have the gremlin boxes, and the gremlin boxes are the snow globe kits. And so that month, that's going to be the kit that you can buy, is the one that I make on the live. And so that kind of streamlines everything for me and makes it a lot easier. So those are going to kick off in July, and I'm really excited. So that means I only have technically 3 lives and 2 things I have to record every month. I have to record a podcast and I have to record my class. Now, I've already started recording class content, so I'm already ahead in some spaces. And this way the lives are pre-planned. I know what's going on. I can schedule all of my posts. I don't have to rely on, TikTok, the TikTok lives. I liked doing the TikTok mixes, but then I don't know. I didn't after a while. So I really like the glitter gremlin mixes. And then if we choose to keep the glitter gremlin lives on our Facebook group in the Glitter Gremlins VIP group, then the kids can even help mix, because we do not put our children on TikTok. And I know you guys miss them. So I don't really know what else to tell you guys. I'm trying the best that I can. And I'm learning how to put myself first. And sometimes that feels really, really bad. And sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it feels like I'm making the wrong choice. But at the end of the day, I know that I need to stay healthy and I need to stay well and I need to be a good wife and I need to be a good mom. But more than any of that, I need to be a good human. And no one is going to be kinder to me than I am. And that's a lesson that I've had to learn the hard way. And the thing about having ADHD and PTSD means I recognize patterns and I don't miss anything. And I see the ugly, unkind things people are doing to me. And it's like, I just don't have the energy to care. And I told my friend Megan, I was talking to Auntie Megan. I was like, Megan, I feel like there's something wrong with me because I feel like I should be more angry about some of what's happening to me than I am. And she was like, no. Like, look at everything you're going through. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And I wanted to share this with you guys because as we continue to make content, I'm going to talk about how to work through being chronically ill with a business. I'm going to talk about I'm going to be pivoting into a lot of project management. I'm going to be talking with Nick. Nick and I are going to be talking about, I'm super excited for our podcast to drop in July because we are going to be talking about all of the new products, and Nick is going to be talking about his baby because he has one more secret surprise that we haven't shared with the class. And I want to be a present business owner, but also a present person. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And I know that I have met some really cool people this last weekend, and I'm so glad that I went. Probably shouldn't have. My doctor's not very happy with me, like at all. There was this woman. I had seen her in the Facebook group for the event. Her name is Brenny. I think I'm pronouncing it the right way. She was the cutest thing. She is sassier than me, and I'm obsessed with it. And I saw her messages between, which reminds me, I need to message her back. And I was making a joke when we were talking about the class, and we were, oh, crap. That was what I was going to tell you guys. In Advancing Together, in August, I'm going to have the class filmed. We're going to go through the presentation just like I did for the class, but this time it's going to be on my time because we had so many problems. Oh my gosh. I didn't have the display up. I didn't have, so many things went wrong, so I didn't get to give the presentation exactly how I wanted to, and of course I'm going to judge it way harder than anybody else. So in August, we are going to have that class recorded, and then the live that we're going to do. So you're going to get to watch the class. You're going to get to work through the workbook. Can't believe I forgot this, you guys. We're going to mail out these workbooks, and yes, I made them myself, and I'm very proud of them. Like, and also, how cute are they? Like, they're adorable. So I'm going to mail these out, and you should have them in your hand by the 1st of August, which means when the class drops, but when the video drops between the 5th and the 8th, you should be able to have everything in your hand. And so you'll have the handout, and then in August, in the live, what I'm going to do is work through the workbook with you guys, go over it and be like, okay, then we can have some one-on-one, we can have some of that, well, not one-on-one, I hope, because I really hope there's more than one person in the group by then. But then work through it and have more conversation so I can build out on it. And that is probably the thing that I'm the most excited about. Anyway, I can't believe I forgot to mention that. Hopefully I can edit it the right way. So there you guys go. That's kind of what's going on. I'm dying, but I'm trying. I'm glad I went to the event. I'm very worn out. I'm really sick. My husband's fantastic. Thank you for hanging out with just the chaos. There's no chill tonight. Just chaos. But thank you for coming to Chaos and Chill. And I'm sorry I haven't been on the podcast since March. But there you go. That's what we're hoping for. And if I say it out loud, maybe it'll come true. But also, I really do have my own planner ready to go for the podcast planner. And I'm really hoping that that's going to start to take off because, you know, one bite at a time, one goal at a time, one thing at a time. And I'm so dang proud of all of the things that my husband and I are doing. I'm proud of the kids. I'm proud of how they've gotten involved. And I'm just really, really content and happy with what we've done with the business. And I know Nick is too. So there you go. Booked, busy, and unbothered. Mostly true. I'm booked and I'm busy, but sometimes I'm still bothered. So thanks for listening. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a good holiday week, and I will catch you guys next time. But thanks, guys.